Hey, hi guys, welcome back. All right, so Libras, let's just ask the question, what is the message that the cosmos is sending on in? We have got the Magician, we've got the Ace of Cups, and we got the Eight of Cups. Okay, so first off, we have Virgo Gemini energy coming in. And I would say this, if the cosmos is sending a message to our Libra, it is to encourage them that um, the emotion of love is going to be the most powerful energy they could possibly utilize to manifest with. If they are projecting the energy of love outward, that's going to be the best thing they could possibly do to get their hopes, wishes, and dreams to come true. Now, in order to do this, they probably have to be able to find a quiet space, step away from everybody else's wants and needs so they can identify, is it me feeling like I want this, or is it somebody else's needs that I'm trying to, acquiesce to? They kind of have to walk away and maybe go into a nice quiet space. You see somebody's in like a meditative space and there's all this energy kind of crackling around them. But if they operate not from a place of like, I need this, I feel like I'm lacking this, so please, universe, bring me this. If they instead operate from a place of, I emit a loving, attractive energy for the things that, I'm sending outward, and then welcoming that loving energy to return to me. This is more about welcoming without a sense of desperation. And if they can get themselves into a nice, calm space where they can just let it be true and coming from their own heart space, like I said, instead of being influenced by others, by those around them, by other people that may, they may feel like, oh gosh, I've got to, accommodate others' needs. Because I think when we're overly cognizant of what other people may want, it can be really hard to figure out what we want because we're trying to, make sure that we are considerate of others' needs. And this says it's a time for Libra to only focus, at least in this snapshot of moment, to only focus on what it is they need for themselves. What does their heart really want? And then to manifest it from that beautiful energetic space. Not think about like, oh my God, I feel so bad. I wish I could talk to this person again so we could work stuff out. No. Instead, it's like, put aside all of the problems that created maybe the division and only think of it from, I love that person so much. I want to send out that love to them, and I am very willing to receive that in return from them. We have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. It's funny, this says it's not about time to take physical action, it's about time to focus on like the energetic and emotional world for this little piece of time. We have got the Knight of Wands upright, and we've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse. This has been, how do I want to say this? I feel like the whole reason Libra is being encouraged to like calm the energy down, sit in one space, walk off to a place that's like more open field. I mean, maybe this is somebody who's going to take a little drive to, just that big open field 3 blocks away from where they live, where, they haven't started to develop and put a bunch of houses yet, or, drive out to like the sandy dunes where you can just look out across a clear open horizon of the ocean beyond there. It feels like somebody needs to just get to the edge of something where there's not a whole lot to, it's kind of like the likening this to needing to go into a blank space in one's mind to clear out all the other considerations of energy that darts in and out of our head, things that make us unhappy, things that we should have done. This says, no, it's time to not take any action for just at least, maybe this is a 15-minute thing. I'm just going to go someplace quiet and I'm going to reset my energy and work with my energy instead of work in the 3D realm with tons of darting thoughts and tons of, I need to do this, I need to do that, I've got a checklist, these are the people I got to text, I got to call. It also is a nice chance to take a break from thinking about what would make me unhappy, what are the deficits in my life, where are things not going well. That's not the motive for this, which may sound a little counterintuitive. What do you mean? So we're going to sit down and manifest without recognizing what it is that we want to manifest? Yeah, in this story, it's more about welcoming in the things that are going to be in our greatest and highest good, welcoming in positive energy by putting positive energy out. And that's hard to do when our thoughts are scattered, when we keep thinking we got to answer our phones and our texts, when we keep got to, you know, focusing on the things that didn't work out well or that we feel like we failed at or the things that we don't have. That's going to be a blockage to this amazing ability to manifest. This is very much, I would say, a time for our Libra to be manifesting, and it's really important for this character. Please remember, these are fictional. I'm not telling you what you should do or what will work or anything like that. It's just for this character. This seems to be the best energy for them. You know, this actually becomes a little bit more of a permanent thing instead of just like a 15-minute meditation session. This almost says the Libra could perhaps release a whole bunch of this, the scattered thoughts, the ideas of what they have to do to, make sure they please others, the, overly self-awareness of things that haven't gone well in their own life. This actually says Libra could free themselves from all of that. And it's like I picture somebody like shifting gears inside themselves and saying, no, this isn't just going to be a 15-minute time frame where I energetically connect with the universe and I start to manifest better. This is the way I'm going to do it from here on out. There's a lot of things in life we can't go back and change. There's a lot of things in life we maybe didn't do perfectly, but do we only want to focus on those things, or do we want to continuously worry about, like, have I people pleased them enough? Have I done enough for that person? Have I satisfied what they wanted from me? This says, I think Libra can stop doing some of that on, like, permanently from this point forward. I think this is more than a moment of let me learn to manifest better. I think this is a Libra who's about to shift over to a completely less stressful way to live. I think they're going to start to like themselves more, and I think they're going to start to have a much better flow in their life. Let's see. What is the outcome of this? We have inspiration of pentacles. We have synchronicity. We have 10 of pentacles. This looks like Libra's about to have all kinds of new, brilliant ideas that pop out of their book of life. It looks like they're about to enjoy a lot more, like, wow, I can't believe I was in the right place at the right time, all of a sudden, to receive some fabulous opportunities. Libra could start to have more support. They could start to have a much better flow of money as well, but new ideas, simple ways to change the way we use our time in our daily life can yield much different and much better results, is what all of this says, at least to my eyes. I think we got a Libra that's about to have, like, it's nothing has changed other than their behavior, right? Libra still drives the same car, lives in the same house, has the same family members, same friends. They could change some things in their routine, because the synchronicity says things are going to be popping up right and left for this Libra after this energy shift that they have. This is somebody we've described it like somebody who is trusting in the universe and, like, falling into the arms of the universe and saying, you know what, I accept that there's better energy out there and I welcome it into my life. I think it's as simple as that. But this is not lip service. This is like the real deal. The Libra really feels that way, and this is what it yields in this storyline, is suddenly the lack of stress and worry and demands that they had placed upon themselves, I think almost continuously, letting go of those things allows them to have a more free mind. And I think I would argue that when we're not stressed out, we tend to be more creative. We tend to have better ideas. And obviously, we've got the light bulb popping up out of the book of life. I think that this Libra is going to have, like, an era in their life of tremendous opportunity, growth, creativity, and a lot of unexpected, wonderful things are just going to seemingly show up for them effortlessly. Well, by the way, we just got Libra being Empress energy, right? So it doesn't get much better than that. We have the Sun in the reverse, but we also have the Three of Swords in the reverse. Libra could find themselves mastering a time of their life where they thought they were brokenhearted enough that those shards of their heart would never heal. I think they're going to master that time frame. They're going to think back on that, be like, wow, that was a lot of character development for me. I really didn't realize that I carried a heartbreak for a long time. Now I see it so differently. Even that how do I say it? It's like I embrace what the shadow brought me, because it helped me to master something else. It helped me to really find self-acceptance. In spite of a genuine heartbreak, I actually ended up better for it. Yes, I went through a tough time. I really did. But man, I worked through that shadow and look at me now. I think there's going to be a lot of like epiphany moments that our Libra is going to be having. Now, with the Empress energy, having the little elephants on it, that's why I think that was so heavy or heavily associated with thinking about a past heartbreak that Libra has truly healed from. Four of Pentacles upright. There have been some delays in Libra's growth. Maybe it was because of that heartbreak that they endured for a while, but it turns out their tree of life has continued to grow. And instead of looking at it like, oh man, that was such a stumbling block back when I was still so hurt over that one person, and maybe I spent 4 years or 4 months really not being over that heartbreak, and now it's like a light switch has flipped on, and I realize not only am I over it, I mastered a really difficult lesson in my life. But now they're also reflecting and saying, it didn't hold me back. Life continued to move forward. If anything, in the time frame that I was holding on to a heartbreak and working through it, what I did is, you see the little hands of the squirrel? They've been tucking this knot in the tree full of, well, in this case, money and acorns. I think Libra is going to discover like a hidden wealth that they have been accruing within themselves. This could be all of a sudden, well, the fact that they've become a sudden empress seemingly overnight. Doesn't matter if this is a masculine or feminine. I just think that Libra's going to suddenly realize, oh my God, I have, in this time frame where I thought I was just holding back and still kind of hurting, it turns out, no, I've been acquiring and accumulating either energy or maybe wealth, or I've still been, going, maybe sleepwalking through my life a little bit, but still doing things. And now I realize I have amassed a small fortune of either energy. And this could just be like the fact that I think our Libra is going to be so happy all of a sudden. I think that they're going to, after not having manifested much for themselves lately, I think that's why it's going to be such a flood. It's like they stunted their manifestation because they stunted their happiness, because they were still kind of thinking about other painful scenarios in their life and counting up the times that they felt like they hadn't done well enough, or sometimes we get really down on ourselves, and I think that's what this Libra did. They were really down on themselves. Every perceived flaw they magnified, every stumble, every time they disappointed somebody, I think they just, like, that became their massive focus, and then they worked so hard to make sure other people were going to be happy so other people wouldn't be disappointed in them. And now I think it's like, wait a minute, what have I been doing? There's something about this that needs to change. Well, everything about this needs to change, and that's the message from the universe. If Libra sits for a moment and they consider just themselves, not in a negative light, but they welcome the love coming toward them, the same, love that they have for themselves, the love that they have for their life, the love that they have for others, and they welcome that back. Universe, I am ready to receive that kind of love. And they step away from all of those other thoughts and all those other memories and all those other people, and they just think about that energy flow. I think this is a big revelation for them. I think a lot of beautiful things start to come in for them, and I think that they start to realize, wow, I have a ton to offer. I've always had a ton to offer. Why was I so down on myself? Why did I think that things weren't going to go well for me? Why did I think one heartbreak somehow defined everything else about my person and what I can achieve? No, not at all. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And to finalize this, we have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the High Priestess. I gotta say, with the Libra, they could be choosing suddenly to either take an action that could be symbolic for them, like making a promise to themselves after having gone through this, that I will forever be loyal to, myself and not get down on myself again. They might give themselves some inspirational tattoo. This could be somebody that does, I don't know, they're reminding themselves, my whole life is a journey and I'm always going to be a work in progress. And that I'm dedicated to the process, and I'm not going to get down on myself and feel bad if I do have another stumble or if something else does go wrong, because that happens in life. But I definitely am going to be loyal to the fact that I know this life is a journey. Then we have, with that 9 of Pentacles, I think that our character feels really good, but this could now be Libra taking an actual physical action in their life. If there's some place that they've wanted to go, if there's someone that they've wanted to reconnect with, they're not going to even pause. They're going to go ahead and they're going to do it. If there's some place that they've wanted to go, they're going to go ahead and do it, because it's like, you know what? I'm listening to my intuition. Instead of feeling like, oh God, I disappointed that person. Oh gosh, things didn't end well. You know what? We all make mistakes. Maybe I made it, maybe they made it. But the bottom line is, if I want to go talk to somebody, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm doing what I need to because I'm listening to my intuition. And they're doing this like without any shame or guilt or, over evaluating what I should do, what I shouldn't do. Would I look foolish if I did this? Would I look foolish if I did that? Maybe somebody's going to go back to school and learn some career path. Maybe they started a long time ago and then dropped out, and then they felt like, oh, I'm too old to do it now. No, they're not. It wasn't the right time before, or it was a relationship that didn't work out. And it's like, maybe it wasn't the right time. Now maybe it is. Whatever this is, the Libra is inspired enough and empowered enough to know, yeah, I can go back and do the things that I still want to do in life. Who's in charge of my life? Me. When we're driving a car, if we say, oh gosh, I'd love to stop at that. I saw that road sign. But I already blasted past the exit. Never mind. I'll just keep going. I'll go to my other destination. I'll come back home after that road trip. And maybe 3 years pass, but we never forgot that one sign that we wish we had pulled off. You know what? We could take another road trip with the destination now of being that little roadside sign. We could still go there, even if it's a whole weekend trip, just to go see what was on the other side of that little roadside sign that said this way to the whatever, the biggest crater or something. I still wanted to go see that crater. Well, then go. Who says you can never go back? Of course you can. You can do anything. You're the driver. I really like the empowerment of this one. I really like the lift of the heavy energy. And I really like the fact that it's that reminder, it's not too late to do the things that we want to do in life. But definitely supporting oneself and not being mean to oneself. That's a big message in this. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks so much for giving it a thumbs up. Bye for now.